Hi guys, and welcome back to Listen the Great. Hope the week is good, and today let's get straight to the point. So we've had this whole because of racism and everything, and I appreciate like the whole world is up in arms, it's up protesting and saying that Black Lives Matter. The thing is, it's true, Black lives do matter. I have been born and raised in Africa and Kenya. Actually, I've not even been lucky enough to leave my country so far. So I only know living in Kenya. But at the same time, I've been thinking, do we the black people who are saying that Black Lives Matter and we want the world to stop being racist, are we ourselves pure enough to be saying that we are not racist even among ourselves? I'm sure you're wondering, what am I talking about? I'm talking about something that has been in our societies, might be taken lightly, but recently was brought to my attention because it came to a point where we black people also tend to be, now we can say racist first, so we can just say color based about ourselves. What do I mean about color based among ourselves? You remember an interview when our great actress Lupita was interviewed, and she said that she always felt bad because of her melanin, her blackness of her color. And there are many people who've actually considered bleaching themselves. Look at even the makeup we use in the makeup we use, we black people. It might be meant for black people, but sometimes we feel inclined to use makeup that will make us look lighter. There's black, there's chocolate, dark chocolate, and there's brown. You know that brown girl? When you sing black and yellow, I guess you understand now the girl I'm talking about. There's a girl who's rich in melanin, and there's the one who's lighter, who's chocolate, okay, let's just say brown. And then there's the one who's light, like light. Living in an African community, living in a society that's black, I can say maybe I have never experienced racism. I have experienced racism one time on YouTube. Then there's this guy who just, I don't know where they get your friend request. They just request you from other parts of the world. And then they want you to talk to them. And if you don't talk to them, they tell you, you ugly black monkey. Such things. And you're like, wow. Because I'm black, that's why you're using the word and monkey to define me. But we as African, in as much as we are saying Black Lives Matter, do we truly believe it? You know, they're saying it because the world is saying it, and there's a situation that has happened and that is sparking the debate of bringing the point that Black lives do matter. But we as Africans, have we not found ourselves in family settings where the lighter child is considered beautiful and the darker child is considered just a child, like not as beautiful? Of course, no one will put it across as ugly, but at the same time, no one will call the black child like, they'll call like a black beauty if she's but most times you find that the attractiveness is based on your color. You might be black, but it's based on how dark you are. If you're lighter in complexion, you're considered beautiful, and if you're darker, you're considered ugly. Not ugly per se, but you, yeah, let's just say ugly, point blank. So there's a situation I remember when I was when I was looking for an internship. I did communication, and I went to a particular media house, and we are a couple of us. And funny how they don't, okay, I know it's a bit biased, and I think times are changing, but let the truth be the truth. You find that if you go to an interview with my complexion and someone else is lighter and someone else is darker, the one who's lighter, she seems to be more presentable in media, she's more presentable in an advert. You, because you're chocolate or you're dark, you're considered not as, there's always that not as in so many settings. Even worse, when you're younger and you have a crush on a particular boy, let's just say he's tall, dark, and handsome, and you are there dark in complexion, and there's some girl who's lighter, the boy will choose the lighter one over you because he's like, I need to neutralize my darkness. And it could be the case where the attractive one, she has 1,000 boys chasing after her, and you're there genuinely in love with this guy. But because we have trained ourselves, even we as black people, we've trained ourselves to believe that even though you're black, if you're lighter, if your melanin is less, let's say, you're more beautiful than the one whose melanin is more. That has been subject to debate because we have great models even from Sudan. But even those models will say that there have been times where they have been told that if you bleach your skin, we will give you a contract that is more. And if you stay in your color, you might not get as many jobs. There is that thing. And it's not even just among the whites, it's even among ourselves. So the thing is, what has brought this debate? There's a time I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm a mom, and I don't pick people's kids up. Like my son is social and everything, but I'm an introvert, so it's not easy for me to just pick someone's child up. I try to play with them from a distance, then over time I let the child get used to me. So I was just dealing with the same concept. Okay, that is the concept I use with all children. So I'm just looking. She came to my house with her daughter. Her daughter is beautiful. She's dark, but she's very beautiful. And especially when it gets to babies, to me it's very sensitive. So when she comes, they play with my son and everything, but I'm not that into touchy like playing with kids and all that. So in my mind, I'm giving her time to warm up to me. But to her mom, it feels like I don't like her daughter because she's dark. That's how the mom put it across. Like, oh, you think your child is better than mine because my child is not even light, he's just mixed, so he's definitely later because he's mixed. But it's not anything. So I really felt bad because we are talking Black Lives Matter. It's the speech and it's everywhere. Blackout Tuesday. We are talking about Black lives being important, and we're preaching this gospel the rest of the world that Black lives matter. But my question is, do we actually believe that we as Black people actually matter? Do we ourselves not segregate our own people based on the color of our skin? Has it been once, has it been twice where a child has felt less because of the melanin of their skin? Has it been once, has it been twice where a lady has been rejected because for a job because she is not light enough, she is not the color that the houses, the advertisers that the model should be? Has it been once, has it been twice where you've gone to buy makeup and you're going to look for a shade that is a shade or two lighter than your shade because you just want to look lighter? Has it been once, has it been twice that we have bought cleansers that are not there? As much as they clear our skin, they make our skin lighter. Has it been once, has it been twice that we have felt that this color is not enough and if it were lighter we would be better? Has it been once? Has it been twice? I will even put myself in this mix and say, growing up, I have felt that impact. I have felt that rejection of color, that I am dark as compared to someone else. So they are considered beautiful and I'm considered less beautiful because of this same color. I personally must say, for the longest time, when I got to a stage where I'm living on my own and I'm thinking, oh, the next stage in my life, I need to have a kid. I was very selective. I have been told I'm smart, but I can count the number of times I've been told I'm beautiful. And beauty, the scale of beauty in African societies has always been lighter. So on these grounds, I even remember there was a time there was a controversy in media where there were two actresses. One was very talented, but she's darker, and she was given less acting roles than the one who was lighter. The lighter one, she over time, I know you people, Kenyans, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention names, but over time she proved that she actually did have the talent. But the initial ground of people, companies, and producers choosing her were not because of how talented she was, because when the ground for them was they were in one common show. One was very active and the other one she was just there quiet. The quiet one was lighter, and so companies chose her because she's light, not because of mainly how talented she is. But over time she equally showed, like, okay, I might be light, but I am talented. I was talking about myself. Growing up, I was told I'm smart, but beautiful has been mainly from my parents and very chosen few. So I told myself that because I do not want the stigma of my children not being termed okay, having a harder time in society by having to prove and work extra hard to show that they're important. It's going to be based on skin. Okay, I just did simple math and I was like, if my children are lighter, they might have a bit easier time than I, because I am considered dark and I'm not considered by many people good enough for many things. So I told myself, if I ever have children, I'll either get married to a white or someone who's light, so my children do not take my color. Yes, that's the truth. That's my truth. And when I have my son, I feel good and I'm thinking that he is smart and I appreciate. He's a good person, I appreciate. But at least with a lighter color, his life won't be as hard because people will be looking at him face value, which is kind of, it's a strategy. And I have no regrets thinking about it like that, because the truth is, we people, we are talking Black Lives Matter. But do we truly think and believe it? Do we live it? We want to convince the white people that our lives matter. But are we the same people who marginalize among ourselves that the lighter child is a beautiful one and the darker child is just there? Black, when you're dark, you have to prove yourself so many times in so many ways to actually be seen, to be heard, to be appreciated, to be just to basically to be. So Black Lives Matter, is this a philosophy not a philosophy that we want to convince the world, or is it a philosophy that we ourselves are taking up and learning that truly Black Lives Matter? And when we say Black Lives Matter, have we also taken the life of George Floyd and learned that he did not die for the Black American or for just a particular group of people, but it's for one major thing. In my opinion, his life, his unfair death is teaching one thing. There is no black, there is no white, there is no brown, there is only human. The races that we're trying to show, it's one. And it's not the color of our skins. And even we black people need to know it's not the color of our skins, because we also hurt each other based on the color of our skins. Companies will pick the lighter girl. She's beautiful. The darker one will be left for scrubs. She is not as beautiful. So, this time, Black Lives Matter. True. But I'm changing the slogan for myself and I'm hoping people can actually hear this. Black Lives Matter. Brown Lives Matter. White Lives Matter. Basically, life matters. It's not the color of the skin, it's nothing, because even we black marginalize each other. Talent is lost just because of color, or talent is discovered too late just because of color. People have skin cancer from bleaching, trying to live to the standards of a community, a society that has said that this is what sells and this is not what sells. So now that we're talking about image, we should all take a minute and listen to Beyonce. Being pretty hurts. There's so many standards. The media says if you have a bigger breast, bigger hips, bigger behind, you're beautiful. So what happens to the girl who has small all over? Is she not? What happens to the guy who's short? And the world is like taller the better. It's good, Black Lives Matter. But I think it's better. It's actually best that life matters. This is Listen the Great. Till next time, you're beautiful, mainly within and without. It's your heart, it's your personality, it's your thoughts, it's your humanity that brings out beauty. It's not the color of your skin, it's not the shape of your body, it's not your height, it's not your race. It's just basically the fact that you are in the present, you're living today, and you're human. Adios, amigo.